Good morning, it's Alvin Newton with your Real Estate Marketing Quickie. Today's Marketing Quickie is going to be about Farming 101. And the first step, the first thing you need to do in establishing a farm. So that's basically it. How do you establish a good farm area? The first thing that you need to do is you need to consider three things. You need to look at the neighborhood that you live in, for number one. Number two, look at a neighborhood that you've done business in before. And number three, possibly looking at a high-end neighborhood if you already have traction in other what we like to call the moving price point neighborhoods. Excuse me. So again, the first thing you want to do is maybe consider where you live if you think that that would be a good area to farm to. Where you live is great because it helps you basically identify with the neighborhood much faster because you live there. The people who live there will also identify with you a little bit quicker, especially if you have done business in your own neighborhood. Number two would be, again, a neighborhood that you've done business in before, where your signs have been up, where you've sold properties, things of that nature. Helps with the farm, helps establish the farm much quicker. And number three would be, hey, you know what? I already have some great traction in a few neighborhoods. My ultimate goal is to move my price point up, my average selling price point up. And possibly I just want to go for, that $2-3 million neighborhood or $1 million neighborhood, depending on where you live, the luxury neighborhood, so to speak. Going after luxury is great. Luxury takes a little bit longer if you've never done it before. But again, so we knocked out those three things. The other thing I want you to look at is you need to look at the turnover ratio in the neighborhoods you're thinking about farming. Turnover ratio should be at least 5 to 6% minimum, right? The U.S. average is 3.5%. A good area to farm is a farm that has 5 to 6% minimum turnover ratio. So how you get turnover ratio is you find out how many homes are in the neighborhood, and then you go into your MLS and you do pendings and solds a year back from the day that you're pulling the data. You take that number and you divide it into the total number of homes, and that will give you the turnover ratio. So you want to look for a good turnover ratio, and you also want to make sure that there's no dominant agent already in the farm. And when I say dominant, I mean, somebody that has 25-35% market share. So, if you have a neighborhood that had 35 sales and one agent had, 4 or 5 listings that sold, I wouldn't consider that a dominant agent by any means, right? So you want to make sure that there's no dominant agent. So let's recap really quick. Establishing a good farm area. Could be the neighborhood you live in. Definitely a neighborhood you've done business in currently or in the past. And also if you're looking to move your average sell price up, neighborhood and or a luxury neighborhood. Again, we want to look at how many homes are in the neighborhood. We want to look at turnover ratio, and we want to make sure that there's no dominant agent already in that farm. For more information on establishing a farm, finding a good farm area, I personally can help you do that. You can reach out to me at 858-230-2373. You can also visit, I just did a podcast the other day talking about this topic, a lot longer, a lot more informative. You can see that podcast, you can listen to that podcast at agenthustlecast.com. Again, that's agenthustlecast.com. Make sure that you like me on Facebook. A lot of this information is on Facebook as well. So it's facebook.com/Alvin Newton team. And make sure you follow me on Twitter at Alvin Newton. Again, Alvin Newton with your Real Estate Marketing Quickie. Until next time, have a great day. Bye-bye.